What's going on, guys? The moment that you have, well, okay, it's slightly before the moment you guys have all been waiting for. This weekend, as I mentioned in the last video, the Ruckus is gonna be fixed. And not just fixed, it is going to be running as probably better than it ever has run before. We're gonna do a lot of stuff to it, and I say we because, as I mentioned, we have a visitor this weekend, and if you watch the Ruckus Build Series, you guys will know who he is. This is Ryan.
What's going on, everyone? We're back.
So Ryan came out at the end of the Ruckus Build Series. He works at the Ruck Shop, and you're the guy at the Ruck Shop. You do all of the work, right? You run the company.
Well,
so
I do a lot of the customer service and all the phone calls, emails, and make sure all the orders get sent out in a timely manner. So I'm doing a lot of it.
So he came out at the end of the series last year. Man, this is a freaking year ago. That was when we finished the Ruckus. We had it running. It was fine. And as you guys know, it's not fine anymore. It hasn't been running, but it's been primarily electrical issues. So I've fixed it a couple times. One time it was a stator, but now it's more of an involved issue with the wiring harness. So in the last video, if you missed that, you guys can check it out. I'll link it in the description. But I took out the entire harness that I had before. Here is that ugly monstrosity. And Ryan has actually made a harness from the same harness, right? It uses the same base harness,
Yes.
but he removed all of the stuff that we don't need. So it's a lot cleaner. And you went through and like redid all of the connections, right?
Yeah, soldered everything, did all the connections. I talked to you about what you had previously, what you're using on the bike, what you're not. So I took out a lot of extra wires just to clean it up some.
So we're gonna be putting that on. There's some other stuff that we're gonna be doing as well. Brian sent out his exhaust. We're gonna be putting that on there and tuning the bike and just basically tying up all the loose ends, making sure everything is running perfectly. And then we're gonna be installing the new cam into the bike as well. We're hoping. Okay, you said that someone with the same setup, well, nearly the same,
Close. Yep.
hit 78.
Yep.
78. So I'll be happy with 75. All I want to do is be able to hit the speed limit on the toll road. So that's the goal. That was the goal originally. I think the top speed that I've hit so far is 68 on this thing. So with this thing properly tuned and the new cam in, 70 should be a realistic goal. 75 is our stretch goal. So we're gonna get started. We just went to Home Depot, picked up just a lot of like little supplies, bolts that we need, connectors, some Loctite, and we're gonna get started. Our first task, I made a list. You guys know I like a list when we have to get something done. So today on our list of things to do is primarily get the entire harness laid out, hooked up, properly set in, get some of the like the cover for the stator back on, and hopefully get this thing started up. Tomorrow is going to be tuning, hopefully, and then the video after that will hopefully be a new top speed run. We're going to get started and see if we can get this done. We got the new harness temporarily hooked up, just the essentials, just so we could get it started. Nothing's like tucked in or anything. We don't have a lot of the things connected, like the switches or blinkers. Just want to make sure that it will start up now before we start tucking things in, and then we'll move from here. So, moment of truth. Did the wiring harness fix it? You ready?
Yeah. Let me just see. Relays on. Ready?
Brakes in. Yes.
There
Oh, it's so satisfying. Something so simple. All right, Ruckus is fixed.
I'm going home.
See ya. Appreciate you coming out.
Yeah, no problem.
Good time.
I'll take the next Uber back.
All right, so we're gonna have some lunch first because we didn't have much of breakfast. Yeah, we'll start tucking in all the wires, get the remaining things hooked up, clean things up on the front, and then, yeah, what's on the list? I forgot already. Okay, so got all our supplies, crimp things, got the stator taken care of, new harness, so we'll tuck that in. Tested starting. Man, we already finished what we were. Okay, installing the cam, putting the new gaskets on the manifold, and cleaning the jets. Yeah, we should be good. Guys, this is insane how clean this is. So we're just finishing up getting all the wiring that's going to be inside the battery box all cleaned up and just kind of organized so that it's not a complete mess. I don't know if you guys saw it. If you saw the video yesterday or the day before, whenever that last video came out, the wiring was a complete mess with the harness setup that I had before. So this is really, really nice. We've got the loom coming up the right side of the frame, and then as much as possible coming up between the battery case and the frame, zip tied where we can have it zip tied, everything tied up, taped up where it can be. This is pretty awesome. It's insane how much better this looks than before. The only two plugs that we have left are the starter button and the headlights. So what we're gonna do right now is get the front of the battery box, that is right here, front of the battery box. We'll get that put on, and then we can put on the headlight bracket, that is this piece right here. So we'll get those put on just so we can test out the wiring for the lights, make sure that's all working well before we start putting all this stuff together on the front so that we can't access it later. Get that taken care of, and then we can move on to the back of the bike and get all of those wires taken care of. All right, so lights work. I want to switch that. Daytime, high beam.
Horn works.
Horn, it does work.
Should I
Hit it.
Yeah.
It kind of took a little while. What we did, the starter button that I had mounted to the front of the battery box, it wasn't working. So what I did, I had another one that I ordered. It's nicer, but it was a lot bigger. So we weren't sure if we wanted to use it. So like we were trying to figure out how to use the one that we had, but we just couldn't get it to work. So here is the starter button. It's pretty darn hidden, so it's not really an issue, and it sits super flush. So it's pretty nice, but there's a starter button right there. Cool. So since we've got that taken care of now, we're just gonna finish up tidying up a few more of the wires. So the wires from the starter button, and then the ones for the headlights. So we'll get those tucked in and then move to the rear of the bike. Give it a shot.
Green LEDs on.
Headlights on.
Headlights on.
Brake press. Yep. Cool. Is that it?
Other than just the taillight.
So we got the entire harness hooked up at the rear. Even shortened up the this positive wire right here. It was like 8 inches longer, so we cut it short. Cut this off. Luckily, I had another eyelet that we could use. Crimped it down, and that is so freaking clean. All done. So take care of the taillight wire now.
Taillight and the wiring's done, and then after that, we'll take the carbon stuff off and get to that camp. Knock it out.
So we're just test fitting the seat right now so that we can see how long these wires should be, because we're going to be shortening up these to hook up to the ones that we have on the bottom of the seat for the tail light. Is that enough? All right, taillight hooked up. Ready to test?
Yeah.
It's on?
Yep.
Brake?
Yeah. No.
Right blinker?
Oh, says right. Hold on a sec.
Test number 2.
Right blinker. Good.
Left blinker. Left brake? Good.
Yep.
Right brake? Yep. Cool.
Good.
All right, now that we got all the wiring completely done, we're gonna start working on the cam. Scooterworks sent this out back when, yeah, so it's the performance cam for the Ruckus. We're gonna put this in, hopefully finish this up today so that tomorrow can be exclusively spent on getting everything tuned, the carb cleaned, and all of that, new gaskets for the manifold, and move on quick because we're already farther than we planned on being today. So dude, what a freaking day. Oh! Okay, so we finished our day 1 list along with our extended day 1 list. So we just finished installing the cam, got the valve cover put back on, spark plug was back in, everything's tightened down. Oh, we didn't finish our extended day. We're gonna go to dinner. We're not going to Torchy's. We're going to Hop Dotty. If that was probably your second guess. If it wasn't your second guess, you need to watch more of my videos. Gaskets for the manifold where the carb's mounted, that, and cleaning the jet. So when we get back, gaskets and jets, so that tomorrow, all we have to do is tune and then we can ride. I'll catch up with you guys after we get back from eating delicious Hop Dotty. We're back. What we're gonna do now is take off the carb. So we have the manifold right here and the clocking flange, which is the adapter for the manifold to the engine. So we're gonna take this stuff off. Reason being, I think there was a vacuum leak. If you guys have watched the videos when I've ridden this thing, sometimes y'all have commented about the fact that the idle kind of bounces around. I think, and Ryan thinks that there is a leak and it's at the base of that flange right there. So we're gonna take that off, put new gaskets on, and get that taken care of, and get this thing ready for tomorrow. Tomorrow is tuning time, so we're gonna get this thing fully tuned, and we're gonna take it for a ride, hopefully. So let's do it. All right, so we finished up the manifold and the clocking flange. Got all of the old gasket kind of scraped off of that, and did some new gaskets on those. Last thing that we're gonna do today is clean out the jets from the carb. Last thing to go, and then we're gonna call it a night. Dude, that lighting is insane. That looks freaking awesome.
Does it?
Dude, this is perfect lighting.
Freaking
Don't even have to work on the bike. Just
We're shooting the rest of this out here.
yeah, the rest of the videos all shot right under this streetlight at night. Done?
Yes, sir.
All done. Everything done for the day. Freaking extendo list completed. Day is complete. Tomorrow, this thing runs. Not just attempt to start. We are starting this bike tomorrow. Cannot wait. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you hit that like button. Check out Ryan. He freaking started a YouTube channel. What's it called?
Burnout Bobby.
Burnout Bobby. Go check it out. If you've been waiting for me to ride my Ruckus, you don't have to wait anymore. Just go over to his channel. He's been riding on his Ruckus. So subscribe to him. And tomorrow, freaking Ruckus is running. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hit the like button. Share it with a friend. Remember, life's better with horsepower. Keep life lived. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.